Okay, I'm Kathy Durdin. I guess I should talk about my qualifications.
Yeah.
Sure. Who am I?
Under an hour.
Well, under an hour. Okay. I've been president of Tampa Regional Artists for 20 years. I was president of Florida Watercolor Society. I've been on the board of Florida Watercolor Society for 15 years. Director of operations. I exhibit. I teach watercolor.
And then we'll go.
Beginning and intermediate. I also teach workshops. We're talking about doing a workshop on composition here in March. I'm kind of a composition nerd. I'm a composition nerd, and I also think it's very important to engage the viewer in your painting, and however you have an interaction going with your viewer. So in fact, I subjected Florida Watercolor the year, my year of president, my theme was connection and reflection, connect with the viewer and then have the viewer reflect into you. So it was a little esoteric, maybe a little art 400, but anyway, you'll see that everything that I picked has a high degree of technical ability, but also it's the engagement of the viewer. More than just a depiction, you're connecting with the viewer and telling something of a story. In composition, it's not just layout, it's color, repetition, center of interest, value differences, movement, and I call my workshop, Not All Who Wander Are Lost, because I want you, the artist, to direct the viewer's eye to wander through the painting the way you want it to follow. So you want to have, you want to be able to connect that viewer and also have the viewer's eye go through, and you are directing the viewer's eye using your compositional techniques. So.
Okay, I do want to say I don't have a flyer on that because we connected during lunch to make this workshop happen. So I don't have a flyer, but watch your email and we'll send that out. We're talking about March 7th. March 7th.
Yep. And just another commercial that I know Ron is sending out. TRA has a Zoom demo with Teresa Kirk tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock, free to anybody. So if anybody wants to watch Teresa Kirk, who's a fabulous watercolor, mixed media, abstract, intuitive painter, feel free, just go on to Tampa Regional Artists website. So enough of my commercials. And I do teach beginning and intermediate, and my intermediate watercolor is on Zoom if you feel so inclined. But it means you have to take a class on Zoom. So we're going to start with the honorable mentions.
We are.
And then I've got some others that I'm going to comment on after we go all the way up. Then I've got some other ones I want to comment on.
Our first honorable mention goes to Mary Worsley for Eskimo Kisses 2. This is scratch board with a little colored pencil added to it. It is really, really cool.
So you'll see that everything I picked is technically excellent, but then there's something else, and there's an emotional, you see this. First of all, everything I picked has some form of a diagonal in it. It's just me and diagonals. There's this diagonal, the center of interest is in the right spot, and it shows emotion. Is that pretty much? Yeah. So, and you have to come in, you have to look at this from the wall. The technical excellence in getting this fur to actually look like fur is amazing. So.
Yeah, I got tickled because when she was judging, she kept getting her face right up to it because we judged everything out in the other lobby, and it was up on the ledge, and she just kept getting close to it and staring, and so I was tickled.
It's getting that fur to actually, and I'm a very loose painter, so this is very tight, so I would never do scratch board. But I just so appreciated the fact that the fur looked actually furry, and to get things like this degree of shading here, I just thought was really good. But again, technically excellent, center of interest, emotion. And it'll be kind of
to walk around the room.
I'll
with us
end
a
up
little bit so
sounding
they can
like
get
a
little
broken
closer to
record.
it? Okay, so just walk over there a little bit and then walk over there so they can just see it a little bit closer. Do you know who Vanna White is, Ian? I was going to say, I bet he doesn't know who it is, so. A couple years ago, go ahead. A couple of years ago, I asked, who was, Elise was working for me. I said, be my Vanna White. And she was like, I don't know who that is. I was like, really? Wheel of Fortune is still on.
It's still on.
Okay, you can go a little faster than that. Okay, so our next honorable mention goes to Teresa Garcia, and this is Geometric Still Life, and this is fused glass. And she showed up just in time.
Yay.
Okay.
So, again, diagonals. And you see the color balance. Would have been nice to have that orange repeated up here a little bit, but other than that, I really liked, you have diagonals and you can see how you're directing the eye around the painting. So really nice work. And composition works for both abstract and realistic, and you can see composition is even more important for abstract.
Any questions? The colors are great.
The colors are great. The colors, you get such vibrant colors, but yet you have this muted area here and this muted area here, so it's not all screaming at you.
So how does she cut the glass, or how does she get the little slots and the circles?
Teresa?
Yeah, I cut the glass. And
Your seat's back here, Bo.
How do you get the little slots in there? Like the
Color, he's saying. I guess the other color?
this color?
Yeah, that's,
Oh, okay.
that's,
those are
Like color on top. Okay.
okay.
pretty cool.
I'm going to put this right here. Okay, so our next honorable mention is Mark Kelvington. And this is Total Remnant, and it's acrylic. And Mark is the one with the show coming up tomorrow down in Sebring. There you go.
Okay, so again, we have diagonals. As I was writing my comments, I realized everything I picked had diagonals. I like diagonals. But you are breaking it up with horizontal or verticals. And you also have the color is repeated throughout, up and above. You have your center. My center interest, I think, is right here because your darkest dark is against your lightest light. I really see it there. But you also have the balance of the two animals here and here. And then I think it's appropriate to appreciate the monochrome or the limited color palette of this too. You don't have to have a lot of color, different colors, as long as you're using it effectively. But see how that mauve there really stands out because it's different from the greens and blues.
Questions? Okay, support Mark's show down there. Okay, all right. And the last honorable mention is watercolor. This goes to Diane Adams. And this is I See You. Okay, let me get this up here for the camera.
Okay, so the technical quality of this was beyond fabulous. And as I say, I'm a very loose painter, but I appreciate anybody who's tight because I can't be tight. And when you look at this, look very closely at all the feathers.
Darlene, can y'all hear? Okay. If you can go a little bit louder, the air conditioner came on, and so it's really loud.
So you appreciate all the feathers. You also appreciate And I wish that she'd been able to do more of bringing that orange over here and bringing the red over here. But you also have, see how the eye moves through there like that. So very well done. It's just the technical quality is fabulous.
You have anything to say?
Thank you.
Yeah. Very, very well done.
When she was first going around the room and she saw this, she went, wow.
Yeah.
You
wow.
know?
Because the thing is that it shows how having large areas of color really brings your eye. You look at this, and this reads very well across the room, but it reads also very well when you look at it in detail. So large color blocks and vibrant color, and of course you've got big value differences, which really brings your eye. So your eye goes whammo there and whammo there. So, okay.
Right? Anybody have any questions? Thank you.
Okay.
Do.
Now we're doing awards of merit,
Words of excellence.
awards of excellence.
Okay, our first award of excellence goes to Sienna Sanchez. This is charcoal, and the title is Acceptance.
Okay, so this was another one where when I was going around the room and I thought it was a photograph, and then she said it was charcoal, and I was like, wow. Because I do life drawing every week. I encourage anybody who doesn't do some form of drawing practice to have a very strong drawing practice, because you've got to be able to draw. To be able to get the gradations of value and the softness, the color, the texture feeling of this with charcoal is crazy. And I thought, but you also have the subtle chiaroscuro, the subtle value changes. First of all, obviously technically excellent, but you really have to look at it closely to appreciate the quality of the charcoal work. But yet also, see, there's a lot of emotion in this picture. It's not just a draw, it's hard to have emotion when you're doing something from the life drawing class because the model's standing there for 20 minutes. But there's a lot of emotion in her face. So again, bringing in that emotion, you're not just painting something, you're painting something that's going to bring somebody's going to really connect to that.
Sienna, you want to say something? Anybody have any questions?
I like the highlights of her forehead and the two straps right there.
Well, and also
Yeah.
notice the earring too.
The earring, yeah.
Notice the earring.
It's really great.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
All right, clap while Steve's walking across so he thinks it's all about him.
I'll have you know, I had a hard time picking. I had a hard time. And they will tell you, I had 19 pieces out in the hallway.
No, it's fine.
And I'm going to go over the ones that I didn't pick of the 19 too. But I had a hard time ranking everything, and 15.
She actually said, can I please have 2 more awards? We're like, no.
I did want 2 more awards. And I probably, on a different day, I could have ranked everything completely differently. So for those of you who got awards, it's almost random.
All right, our next one is a colored pencil by John Giuseppe, and this is Forever Cool. And it is cool. This is another one you have to get up really close to be able to see all of the reflection. It's amazing.
And once again, you can see how I love diagonals. So there's the diagonals, and there's your verticals. I feel like a broken record on this. You also see how the color here is brought up here. The greens and the yellows are brought up in here. Technically excellent. And I think also connects people who have a nostalgia for cars. So again, you've got an emotional connection too. But you've got color balancing. You can see how he's taking your eye through here. Just fabulous work. And I totally appreciate how much time and effort this takes. It's crazy.
How many of myself do you see in it?
How many what?
How many Johns are in here? Let's see. There's
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, there's a bunch in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
I go through it.
Very cool.
very,
Actually,
very cool.
down here too.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Very,
you have
very-
to get up to it. So yes,
very, very cool.
Forever Cool is a great title.
One thing that I did on that one too, people that from that era remember the old turn signal lenses and stuff. They used to imprint the manufacturers who made the lenses. If you look at that turn signal lens down the bottom right hand corner,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's where I ended up putting my.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very, very cool.
All right, come up and take a closer look at it later. Thank you. Good job. Okay, our next award of excellence, I'm going to let you carry that one, goes to Gary Chappell. And this is Bathing Beauty, and it's a photograph.
There are two beautiful photographs here. I just like this one better by the same
Thank you.
artist. I
Thank
just
you.
happen to like this one better because of the amount of movement. Again, here's me in the diagonals and movement. Just a fabulous ability to capture that much in terms of the movement, the splashing. Just very, very well done. Absolutely lovely.
All the little feathers, so
All
tight,
Yeah.
everything.
Yes, very, very. And yet, you know, your focus, you've got your center of interest in the right spot. You've got focus there. You've got blurring in different places. It's just, and it's not just stuck there. There's movement up here. Your eye is actually moving through. You can see how your eye can move through this piece. It's not just there.
You have anything you want to say?
I've photographed flamingos for years, so it's amazing their shapes and how light catches.
Yeah, beautiful. Just
Color, the intensity of the color is amazing.
Yes, it's fabulous.
Yep.
Gary, where'd you photograph that one at?
That, I'm trying to remember if that was Florida wetlands, Orlando wetlands, or sometimes I go to the alligator farm. I'm sorry, Gatorland.
Oh, really?
They
Okay.
have a flock of about a dozen.
Did you get over to Fort Salem when they were in there?
Yeah.
Um,
I have a couple
Ian,
of-
can you come get this, honey? It's too heavy.
They're way north.
Yeah, you gotta walk up the beach and down around that little cove.
All right, good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So were we two, is that all three?
Yep.
Board of Excellence?
Yeah,
Okay, now we're to third place.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. You gotta wait for him to come back because this is big. You take that side, I'll take this side. Okay. Third place is Oil. Go in front of, yeah, there you go. To Bonnie Liss, and this is Tranquility at Horse Creek. What? There you go. Okay, it's on there. Thank you.
So see how your eye goes around that area, around the inlet or whatever, and your center of interest is here? See, so the composition is so important to take you and connect you, but also cause you to go all around the painting. And what I also liked about this is how the colors just repeated from here to here to here to here, and then up here. Again, you've got a fairly limited palette of color, but they're used very effectively. You even have the blues, if you look closely, come popping over here. and up there and up there. So you're not isolating a color. It does get moved elsewhere into the painting. And it is, and obviously very technically well drawn. My sister loves cows. If I told her this existed, she would, except she lives in Houston and there's no way she would want to ship this to that, but she is into cows. The cows just feel so restful. And, but again, verticals, horizontals, diagonals, and your eye is definitely moved throughout the
You
painting.
know what you call that? Flow, right?
Yeah.
Movement.
Oh, John. Okay. Bonnie, do you have anything to say? Are you moved?
I walk every morning, and those are my neighbor's cows, but it's, I superimposed them on a creek that I live on, Horse Creek. So, and that's the, there's a new communities are being built everywhere. As
I know.
everyone knows.
Yeah.
And that bridge in the background has been there for almost 100 years.
Yeah, it looks like an
They
old
just
bridge.
tore it down.
Aww.
To put in like a bigger like road.
Yeah.
Oh.
For the, yeah, more cars.
So I'm so happy that I captured the bridge, and that section doesn't even exist now.
Right.
And 6
Wow.
months ago, it was so tranquil and beautiful.
Yeah. And what I also like is you've got, lost edges, found edges. You've got, you really, it's a great composition.
Good job. Thank you. Okay. Now we
you'll also
are.
notice I tried to pick different media. So, all right, you're being very strong to pick that thing up.
I know. It's as big as he is. All right. Second place goes to Melissa Miller-Neese. This is colored pencil, and the title is Flying Fish.
And you have to get close to appreciate this one. Again, you've got a diagonal, you've got a center of interest that's in the right spot, you've got pure technical excellence. Being able to get all of those splashes is just astounding. You see how the color gets repeated. It's just very well done. And you also get this color over here and over there. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's just, you've got very sharp edges. You've got lost edges, which is, as John would tell you, lost edges in colored pencil is hard. I don't know what else to say about it.
I don't know. I really liked when I was looking at how she got the shadow of the foot coming down, but she still got the water in there, and it's all just, it's beautiful.
And the composition of being able to do that foreshortened foot and not have it look like a club foot is really good. It's because, again, I do life drawing and once a week, and when you've got a foot that's that angle, it's really hard.
Questions? Congratulations. And now we are to Best of Show. And it goes to Miss Jean Cormier for Two Old Birds. This is oil. And they are two old birds.
Okay, so when I say tells a story and engagement, this engages you immediately. I mean, it just so engages you. And they're staring right at you. You want to start talking to both of them. You've got your great composition pyramid here. Nobody, centers of interest are, there's an interesting thing here, there's interesting things here, they're in the right spot. The background is picking up the colors of the face and the colors of the hat and the jacket. You've got this pop of red down here that balances there. And then these same colors are balanced over here. It's a little bit different amounts of it, but see how that yellow there is the same yellow over here? So you're balancing around it, and it you just want to know more about whatever this story is. But it tells you a story. It really is fabulous. Very well drawn. Again, technically excellent, but it's that push beyond technical excellence. Also, size really can really engage. It's a lot easier to engage when you're over life size, I think.
Do you have anything to say?
No, I can't wait to tell my friend. He'll be glad to hear that.
Oh, this guy? Oh. Yeah, I think it's great. Congratulations. Okay, good job, Kathy. She does have to leave at 3:25.
I'm gonna.
Oh, yes, she wants to talk about some of the other pieces that
So I'm going to talk about some of the other pieces
didn't win awards, but she chose. So one of the things you can see, and not all of them, we lost a couple of the blue tags, but she went around first with blue tape to try and identify which pieces she wanted us to take out of the gallery to judge together. So if you didn't win an award and you see a blue piece of tape, you were up in that area.
I wish I had more awards. So these kois, again, center of interest over here. Your colors are repeating. This is a photograph, by the way.
This is Bo Williams. I saw him somewhere. Bo? Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yeah. So you see the color. You see colors repeating. Center of interest in the right spot. And it doesn't. And you have that diagonal again. So good job. As I said, I wish I had more awards. I didn't have enough awards.
She's coming with another piece that you wanted to talk about.
Yep. You can.
Okay, and I don't know where this was. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she loved this one. Yeah.
All right. This is whatever it is.
This is Hummingbird Alert by Heather. She wrote Hummingbird Alert twice, but I think it's Heather. Oh, Heather Earl. Heather Earl.
All right, I know how hard it is. I've tried to capture a hummingbird with my camera. It's impossible. Love the colors. Love how the colors are repeated from here to the branch. I wish it wasn't smack dab in the middle of the piece. I wish he'd been over this way a little bit more because your composition is a little bit too much right in the middle. But beautiful work. I love these feathers here. They're beautiful. And yet you see the colors repeating. Really beautiful work.
Yeah, she didn't get any blurring either, like when the wings were moving.
Yeah, that was the shocking part. No blurring because these
You
things
want to take
move.
that one, Mary? Okay, this is by Heather Duncan, and this is Stick Figures.
I really liked this kind of Rothko
It's acrylic.
feeling, and I love the humor of these stick figures down here and up here, so that we're doing things in the water here, and then we're on land, and then we're a balloon up here, and we're in the water here. They're just it's just adorable. My only comment would have been that I wished that the value difference here is very stark, but I love how things get repeated into here and up in here. But this was the one thing that was bugging me, was just this.
Well, earlier you said you wish this had been a little bit darker.
I wish this had been a little bit darker, but I also know you probably couldn't have gotten it that much darker so you could see the little people. But this was too sharp to me. But that was just the one thing that was bothering me. But
I will say when she
red, I was very torn on this.
When she first saw it, she giggled, literally giggled.
I giggled because I thought it was just so fun. And again, engagement. You want to engage the viewer. The viewer is going to walk, there's a lot of pieces. You don't want the viewer to just walk by. They want to grab the viewer and want the viewer to stay in front of it and really enjoy your piece and work through it.
Okay. Grab that one. All right. This is a photograph by Lorraine Goldberg, and it is Infinity.
I don't know how she did this. It's beautiful. I have a thing for aqua and orange, so I was probably drawn to it, but by that I was drawn by the vibrant colors. I love the movement. I love the fact that this was repeated here. And I think my center of interest should be, maybe would be a little, maybe darker or lighter here. I don't know. But I really loved this. And I was very intrigued to figure out how the heck you could do that.
How the heck did you do it? How the heck did you do it, she says.
I do it, it was a rock. It
Oh.
was a rock that I did it, and I just brought the colors out for the rock.
So that's interesting.
Oh.
Interesting. Well, and so with a rock, you pick your composition based on how you crop it.
Yep.
Yeah, so very, very well done. Very, very well done.
Okay.
Again, I wish I had more awards.
Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is Preston Stafford's. And this was Living Off the Grid, and it is watercolor.
This was the other top portrait that I saw here. Really loved the shadow shapes in here. The dark, your center of interest is right here. Just really very well drawn. My only one comment would have been, think about if this was not as stark white, whether that would have been more effective, because your eye keeps going right here. And you want your eye up here. So if this had been more grayed down here, I think it would have been more effective.
Okay.
So, but I was very torn on that one too.
Okay, and then we have Wayne Chanot, and this is the Don Cesar, and it is acrylic. And I'm gonna hold it up here so they can see better.
This was again, I wish I had more awards. This is a fabulous, fabulous rendition of the Don. The composition is perfect. The blues are repeated. You see the blues here, and they're repeated up in here. So you've got the color repetition. Just very well done. Technical composition, really great. Just, I didn't have enough awards. See how that pink gets repeated here, and the greens get repeated up here. It's just really nice.
Do you have any comments?
Just that the subject was done from the day to the building, and a lot of plein air work prior to the actual studio piece.
Wow. Yeah, he loves plein air.
It's beautiful.
Yep. Congratulations. Okay, how many more do we have? Is that the last one? All right, this one, Bonnie Liss actually won a bigger award, but this is Bonnie Liss, and this is Reminiscing with Mom, and it is oil on paper.
I want everybody to look at the hands on this, because the hands are fabulous. They're very well done. Hands are very hard. I make my students do handwork all the time, and they hate me for it. But to get hands and fingers that don't look like sausages is really important, to get the actual knuckles and joints. I do wish that this value difference wasn't as stark, because your eye goes right there. And that's not where you want your center of interest. You want it here or the hands. Okay.
Bonnie? She walked in with this, and how long has your mom been gone? 10 years?
No, about 5.
About 5? Okay. But she used to come up here and compete years ago when I first started. And she walked around the corner with this piece, and I said, oh my gosh, it's your mom.
One of my favorite subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very well done. If you had had a little bit more dark back here, if you had a little bit more dark up here, so you would bring your, your mom's eye kind of goes into the background, and you really want it to be more popping there. Does that make sense? Okay.
Okay. All right. Looks like she's got another one. Okay. This is the last one, and this is a new artist. I don't know her. Madeline Jankowski. Oh, hi. And this is Floral Fantasy, and this is Alcohol Inks. Look at the color on this.
Isn't that beautiful? I love this too. This one made me smile too, because It makes you smile, doesn't it? Love the colors, love the kind of color you get with alcohol inks.
Dumb question, what's alcohol?
I just learned myself. I've only been doing them about 6 months maybe, and I found out how to do them on YouTube. You have to use alcohol instead of water. They are bright colors, which I love, but they are really hard to manipulate and work with. They kind of do their own thing. So I have a lot that ended up in the trash, but I'm having a ball experimenting with them. I usually do watercolors, and I thought, let me try this. They were on sale at a clearance rack, and I said, I'm going to figure out how to do this. And you have to do it on UPO paper, or that's actually, believe it or not, shelf paper, contact shelf paper, because it's cheaper than UPO paper. That's why.
Well, and
Oh.
I saw one of your other pieces over there, and my first question was, is this on UPO?
No, that was
Mhm.
also on, well, maybe the one that used, the other one was on UPO. I
Yeah,
can't
there-
remember. But this
One of
one's
them,
on-
one of them was
Yeah.
on UPO, yeah.
That is probably true, sure. Because you need a slick surface. You don't want it to sink into the paper. It's
So you-
very, very different than anything.
You have to manipulate it what's sitting on top before it.
It's on top.
Uh-huh.
It moves a lot.
And anybody who's worked on UPO knows that
It's a challenge.
it's a challenge.
It's a challenge, but it's been fun.
It's a lot of
My
fun.
first time entering the show, and I'm a new member, so
Yes.
I appreciate.
Welcome,
Thank you so much.
welcome.
And my only comment on this,
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Okay.
my only comment, and this is a comment that I always have a frustration with when I'm painting flowers in a vase, and I have yet to figure out the solution to this, is you have the flowers up here and you have the green stuff down there, and they look like two different paintings. And
Yeah.
it's really hard. And you've tried to bring the colors down here and bring these colors up here. And that's just a compositional problem of how you work that with a flower in a vase.
Right.
You got to do something down in the vase to bring this, whether it's a flower sitting on the ground or something.
Technically, that's not a vase, that's just the stem.
Right.
Well, same concept.
I see
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah.
Same concept. You've got the green stuff and the flower stuff, and
Yeah.
you know, you got to somehow
Tie 'em in.
you somehow have to time it in.
Sure.
But love this. It was so much fun.
Thank you.
Love the colors. And I've worked on UPO
Yeah.
and cussed at UPO. So
Thanks, everybody, for entering. I appreciate it.